Right, how we doing, everyone? So tonight we're headed over to Valencia. We've got a 90-minute race with 2 stops for fuel. We had 14 in, we're down to 13. We've got one technical issue. Back in with Hallsbox once again, doing the commentating. So looking forward to it. I missed last week, I think it was, due to work. Couldn't get back in time, unfortunately. So yeah, here we are. Enjoy it. Let me know what you think of the new layout. I've tried a few different things today in the tweaks, and yeah, we're heading straight out there, and let's see how it goes. So what I've got here, I'll turn my camera off, and what we have is some standings for you. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to head over back into chat with Hulse, and yeah, it should all be good. How are we doing, mate? Yeah, I'm hoping all the sound's coming through fine, so I'm hoping for the first week we might actually be good to go this week. Nice. So I'll see into qualifying now. Who are we on with? Holloway. Yep, no, that's fine, mate. You do your bit, and I'm sure we'll sort of get there in the end. Okay, that's good. That's all working. Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Yeah, it was. Didn't get back in time last week, unfortunately. We did everything we could, but yeah, just couldn't get back in time. Yeah, it's great to have another new driver on the grid. So looking forward to see how he does. I mean, we know Aaron's a very capable driver, so it'd be nice to see how his brother gets along. Chico's rate of improvement has been immense, and he's turning into a very, very capable driver and setting some extraordinary times. It's not even just the 1 lap pace. When you're seeing his race pace as well, he's really finding his feet within ACC now, and he's definitely one to watch going forward. John's strength is consistency. If you're looking at 1 lap pace, or you're even looking at race pace sometimes, it can be slightly off. but it has this real knack of having this real consistent pace within a race and staying out of trouble. Yes, we can. Yeah. I mean, what I love about the 90-minute form factor is you just have that element of strategy coming into play a bit more. So if you can nail that strategy within 90 minutes, sometimes that can work in your hand as well. So as long as his pace is thereabouts, which I believe it will be, he's got it all to play for. I wouldn't say so around here. There's a couple tracks where you may attempt it. I don't think Valencia is going to be one of them. What I'm more interested to see is when people are going to pit, potential fuel levels, when they're going to change tyres. I believe most of them will change tyres only once, but it's just how you then. What I love about 90 minutes and the 2 pit stops is there's so many different ways you can play out this race. Be nice, wouldn't it? He's definitely got the ability. He's definitely got the ability. If he can just nail it and keep his head down and keep it together for a race, he can get some really strong results. He's been clearly taking lessons off me. Oh, I love that livery, mate. I love his livery. I can't wait to see it then when it's uploaded and we can get it synced. Yeah, it'd be great to see it as well. Do you know what? It's the people who are good in it are good in it, aren't they? That's just Mr. Overprotective when it comes to that Aston, I'll tell you that right now. Just a little bit, mate. That is nice. I thought he used to be in the Porsche. Has he changed car now? Right, yeah, which is only fair. It's only fair. Do you know what I mean? People can't make a car work and they need to change, and sometimes it's not about setting barriers. Oh, what was he in the Merc or was he in a different car? Right, okay. What's he changing to the Merc? I really like the M4. It's. I have to adjust to it. I'm doing the endurance with Davey Hill in it, and I have to adjust to it every time I get back in it. But it's such, I mean, we see what Matty Gamble's doing in it. It's such a great car if you know how to drive the thing. Yeah, I think some of it might just be experience. A bit of guidance can sometimes help with that, which clearly it looks like you're doing. Just being quick over a lap is great. Being able to put that all together in a race is a different matter. And I think sometimes people just sometimes need to gain that experience within races of racing around people, back markers, being overtaken, when to make an overtake. It's all stuff people have to just work on and gain that experience and a bit of guidance along the line. Unbelievable, isn't it? Absolutely unbelievable. There's I think this race is going to be a lot tighter than we expect. I can see some of these race pace wise could actually be picking it up as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to how this works out. Well, there's many ways, isn't there? You could pit early and put a litre in and then go mid-race and change tyres. You could go light on fuel and go do it in thirds. You might want to change tyres twice. You might want to change it in the second pit. You know, if you go thirds, are you running your first set of tyres too much? You're not using your second tyres enough. So, like I said, there's so many different ways you can sort of look at this. It just depends how people want to play it. Yeah, it's this is what makes it so interesting though. There's so many different ways you can play it, and that's why you can't always tell what the best strategy is until later on in the race and everyone's made their pit stops. Oh, I love it. I love 90-minute races. "90 minutes is the new 60. Yeah. Yeah, I like it a lot. Oh, 100%. 100%. We're going to introduce another 90-minute race on top of what we've done this season. So we are going to introduce one more additional 90-minute race. I think especially after Monday. That's what you're good at. Sorry, Matt, I don't think there is one in ACC, is there? In an old Formula 1 car. There we are, mate. We should test. What would do that? What would do that week? We'll put it in AC. I think many people would. I don't do AC enough, mate. I don't do AC enough. That's mad. I don't know how you do it, mate. I don't know how you do it. That's for me. If I'm doing that track, I normally go to AMS2, and I love picking up things like the Group C cars. But he has taken second spot. Yeah, and it's also worth noting that Brit is up, but only just. Oh, it looks like he's losing it. He's losing it. Yeah, so he was up enough. I reckon he could have potentially had second place there. Yeah, I'm just watching the replay here with feeling now. You can just see here the back end just goes on him, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately, he's got 4 attempts, hasn't he, between him and the car in front, and I don't think he's going to make that up now. Yeah, like I say, you look at him in Chico again, as we discussed earlier. Look at him with really having a lap in there, but you look below him there, look how tight it is. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And he's only literally just getting in that car as well. Yeah, there's more to come from Chico in that car, I think. Professional, mate. What's that? Oh, I'm still striving for, like, I don't know, semi-bad. Not just outright bad. Mate, every time. Tell you what though, Chico there, I mean, if he can hold it together, not make a mistake, get his head down, he could be on for a really, really special race today. Well, there's only 2 attempts between him and Britt, so if he's had a bad quali, then he can only be looking forward. Oh, okay then. So, who we got? Who have we got? So, first place in the Audi is Chico. Obviously new over to the Audi, so looking forward to what he does. And then in second place, we move on to Espirito. Desperito. In second place in the Merc. Again, I think that's a brilliant qualifying in that car. Yeah, he's done very well with it, mate. Then we move over to Britt in the Ferrari. Again, and Didn't he win at Brands? He had a strong. I think he had a strong race, didn't he, last week? But he still had a strong result though, and again in the Ferrari, I think he should do well tonight. No, nope. Then yeah, over to Anderson, and his beautiful FFG McLaren livery. Hey. Possible, mate. Possible. They're going to be empty. They're going to be empty. John and his racing and his mustache on the front of the Audi. He says their eyes. It's most definitely a mustache, mate. Hey. And then we move over to Nath in the Bentley. Do you know what? Good on Nath. Not only is it a beautiful livery, just sticking it out in the Bentley says a lot. Then Aaron in that Williams BMW M4, mate, up in 7th. Again, let's hopefully he's still in 7th for thereabouts by the time he finishes the first lap. Man, I think he's got anti-grip hats at the moment. He's done the wrong code. Then we move to Polomeni in the Aston in 8th. Yeah, he's got a very subtle livery on that, hasn't he? Batek once again shown he's got the 1 lap pace in the M4 in 9th. Ransley in 10th, again in the McLaren. We seem to have quite a few McLarens on grid this year, don't we? Phelan, car number 5. It's a nice livery, isn't it, mate? Nice livery. So he's 11th. And there's Giles Holloway, new to the grid, and he's McLaren, qualified in 12th. So yeah, great to see him here. I'm sure if you do, mate, don't you have to have it as a sponsor on your car? Then Alpha Dog Meat, Mr. Bazo Nil himself in that livery. I do like that livery. Yeah. Oh, nice. So we're up for Ante in 14th. And these M4. Yeah, you don't. It's a tough one, isn't it, racing, unfortunately. The one, the only. Thankfully. Stacey Ellis, yes. Oh, mate, if we didn't get it wrong, we'd be right. In the words of it's like a famous Michael Owen statement, that would be. Right. Chico. I think Anderson can finish on the podium. I'm going first and second as they are. And Anderson third. Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? I thought Dudley might be able to do it as well. fantastic start. Fantastic start there. Not only was it being clean, but Chico there holding on to the start there, keeping the inside. I think when you're in the R8, you definitely have that confidence that you can get a very good start with the acceleration it gives you. And then obviously with Anderson grabbing third, the Ferrari is a little bit slow on the acceleration at the start of the race. So yeah, no, good on Anderson, and he's made full use of that start. Yeah, I'm just looking at that now on the replay myself, and yeah, that's so unfortunate. It's not the start Stacey would have wanted. What he needs to do now is just get back on track. Hopefully he's not carrying too much damage, and there's still a way back from this. And it's the fairest way to be, isn't it? Yeah, he's up to 11th there. So, let's keep out of damage, out of trouble, and yeah, he should be doing well. Yeah, what he needs to be doing here is Chico's pulling away. So what he needs to be doing here is trying to nail down some consistent lap times and not worry too much about what Chico's doing now. This may come back to him depending on how he does his strategy. I mean, we don't know if he's high fueled, we don't know if Chico's low fueled. So we can't take what we're seeing here as that sort of gospel as to what the race pace is over the 90 minutes. Preserve your tyres. I mean, what I found on Monday was that Chico was quick at the start, but I preserved my tyres a bit better. And before we'd done the first set of pits, I was actually reining him back in. It will be interesting because they're both going to have the same strengths and weaknesses. So this is going to have to be made in a different way. Applying pressure, possibly trying to get him to make a mistake. You see him flashing there, trying to put him off. And it's worked. Nothing wrong with that, mate. Nothing wrong with that. There's no... But the thing about what he's done there, I have no issue in people flashing like that. Do you know what I mean? To me, that is all part of racing. Yeah, you're trying to put off the car in front. He's flashed him coming to the braking zone. He has put off the car in front of him off, and he's out missed his braking, and he's made a position. That's part for me. I believe that's part of racing, and that's part and parcel of trying to make an overtake sometimes. Yep. Yeah, mate, that was a fair, legitimate, and what I would call a very good overtake. Do you know what I mean? You're being flashed. It was down to Aaron then to maintain concentration at that point, and he didn't. Batek's done the right thing there, and like you said, he hasn't done anything stupid. He hasn't dive bombed him. He hasn't caused any accidents. Like, Batek has got the pace. He just needs to work on that racecraft, and he can become a good driver. Yeah, like, we knew that as well, didn't we? We could see from qualifying that there was going to be some tight battles today. I think we've got a lot of drivers on here who are around a similar pace. Yeah, and that's quite a good move, mate. I think with I think Batek was behind him, wasn't he? So I think what he's looked there, he's obviously doesn't want to get into a battle. If that was me now, I think this would have been preempted. He'd be coming in for a litre of fuel and then aiming to pit again midway through the race. Oh, he's looking. Oh no. That's... Just jumping on with Britt now. With Anderson. That's so unfortunate. What? He's done the right thing. Okay. And you can't, when you make a mistake, he has done the right thing in letting him by. Yes, there'll be a penalty applied still, but we expect good, decent race craft and sportsmanship in the league. But what I would say here is Mr. Dudley is the biggest winner out of all of this. Well, there we are then. There we are. So them two now can sort of get their head down, create a big gap. And you never know, they might start catching up second place. Yes, yeah, he's locked down second place as well, isn't he? For now, but like I said, we don't know what fuel levels people are carrying. That's what makes it interesting. Now, if he's carrying heavy fuel, okay, pits the middle of the race, changes tyres, then he might come back later on in the race and just put a litre of fuel in. Okay, that could be a possibility. Now Chico might be light fueled and he might pit on the hour mark. We just don't know, but this can still come back into play depending on what fuel levels people carry. Good on him, and it's a tough track to get to grip with, Valencia. Oh, I know it. These sort of tracks I love, but they take me that little bit longer just to get to grips with, and I don't know why. It was the same with Misano. They just take that little bit longer to get that line right. But it's such a great track, and I'm a big believer in not using the racing line. TC and ABS, mate, it's what the cars are built to use them. Do you know what I mean? Daft not to use them, and do you know what I mean? They're made to be used. I thought you're gonna... Oh, it's always great to have these extra drivers in, mate. It's always good. My issue here about Holloway watching him here is that I'm worried that he might actually be getting some warnings. It looks like he's just going over someplace, and if he's not careful, he might be picking himself up a drive through this race. Get the flash. Ransley giving a good old flash. This is where. Yep, what he doesn't want to be doing right now is chasing lap times. That would be my biggest advice to Chico now is head down. You got the pace. Don't go chasing lap time. Because what? Yes. Well, I think he managed to keep it within the curb. So he should have been alright on that final exit. But there is some where he is going wide and he is pushing it, and he just needs to be a little bit careful. Yeah. I think sometimes when people are under pressure, they're too busy racing from the back. Where the biggest advice I could give is make sure you hit the apex. Perfect racing, mate. That's perfect racing. They're in a different race, mate. They're in two different races. Oh, that's big damage as well on the front, you can see. That's so unfortunate. Right, such a shame. Such a shame. Straight into pits. Just working his way through, isn't he? Yeah, I mean, what I'd say going back to the 90-minute races, that you do have some breathing room. If you do make an accident, it is a 2 pit stop race. You might not change tyres this time around, for example, and then come back in, you know, about mid-race, change tyres and fill up to the end. So strategy can still be a big part of this race to make positions up. It's going to hurt him. Well, that'll be interesting. I'm just going to click on Chico here. Still just chipping away in either times. But the gap generally is still not that big. No, Chico doesn't need to be chasing lap time. But going back, Esposito, he's only 4 seconds behind. So it's not like there's a great. This race is still to play for. Yeah, he doesn't need to change lap time. You're leading the race. Don't go chasing lap time. Yeah, this is all stuff he's going to have to learn, pick up on, gain experience. Today will do him the world of good. everyone's been there and done it. Everyone has been there, done it, made them, and we've all had to go and learn from them. And I tell this to everyone, you know, don't get too caught up. We've all been there and made them mistakes. John's just, isn't he? John's just chipping away, mate. Chipping away. I mean, I'm impressed with Nathan third. I didn't see that. Yeah, what he's doing in that Bentley today around here is it's unbelievable. Yeah, but I do think it's been hit on the bob. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't see it though. I'd personally say this suits more of a mid-engine car. However, you've got the Merc there in second place. So, what do I know? McLaren strong. McLaren strong round here. I know Chico done a new personal best round here in the R8 today. So he's actually beaten his McLaren time. So clearly that's a strong car to have around here. My main concern with the Audi is not so much how strong it is right now, it's how keen I hit it long term. With them backing out of GT3s, is it going to get absolutely hammered long term? So therefore, do you want to, for me personally, do I want to then go and spend the time learning it now? Formula 1, mate. Yeah. I would 100% agree, mate. But yeah, I mean, the thing about Formula 1, it's always supposed to be the pinnacle in technology. I still think Audi maybe let down a lot of people by backing out the way they have done. Good move. It's a very good move that. It's like I say, making them moves stick, making them clean. But again, going back, yes, he needs to get through these drivers. I'd be slowing him down. But he's pitted once already. So he just needs to calm down. Calculate these moves. Don't do anything stupid, because like here now, what's going to happen now, that knock he had a little bit earlier may potentially stop him making his overtake now. May not, but that's the risk you're taking sometimes. Yeah, I think he backed out a little bit early there not to get involved. Again, that's not your fight. It's actually going. Good driving on both accounts. What he's saying now, he's pulling away from John though. Yeah. Yeah, exactly that. We are now in that sort of in-between stage where not every driver's going to know where they are in this race, because we don't understand the strategies in which people are applying. Yeah, he's done with, and we're trying to think now. So Stacey in front of him hasn't pitted, so we know that. He's just got a drive through. He's just got a drive through. That's why he's shaking his car there. He's just got a drive through. No, I don't think he's done his 2 pit stops, mate. I think he got an SG30. I saw it pop up earlier, but then it went again. So he must have. So I think today he's obviously had the accident. I think he's had an SG30. He's now got a drive through. There he is with his mustache. Mate, there's some universal questions you're just never going to get the answer to, and that may be one of them. Yeah. How did he manage that? He's just stopped for a litre of fuel there. Look at that. Straight in, straight out. And this is what we're touching on. And he's actually done that a little bit, maybe a bit earlier than I expected. But I think what he's seen, he's maybe seen a gap where he can get in and out. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, but if one of us changed tyres, then that might explain that. Again, we don't know what fuel levels got. John's clearly running heavy on fuel. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, he's again, he just needs to keep his head down, don't burn them tyres out. The Audi's so strong on the acceleration, just the rear, just be careful, be patient. So who's got drive through? So Batek's got a drive through, Gars Holloway's got a drive through as well. Yeah, I mean Chico's actually getting up behind Ferrante now. He's 0.6 seconds behind. Oh, he's actually let him pass. So that's worked out well for him. So also we were talking about back markers earlier, weren't we? And obviously Chico's pace now, and this is one of the things he's going to get more and more of. What he is, mate, he's a very clever driver. And that goes a long, long way. He will benefit from that long term. Just trying to see who's gone into pit. So Batek's now in the pit. Who Holloway was? Oh yeah, 2 drive-throughs. Yep. So we've got 2 going into the pit there. Got to give room here though. We just got to be careful here because we know how this corner can come together. Yeah, that is better from Batek. That is good driving. That is, he's pulled out the move. He hasn't made a dive bomb there, and then he's made the move there. See that? Very good driving from him, and well done. Oh, Stevie's made a dive there. There's no denying that. And no wonder he's getting a flashing of the lights. Yeah. Mate, 100%, mate. We got to give, Joe. We give penalties, and people get the book thrown at them if they're making mistakes and too many mistakes. But then on the flip side, if someone has shown signs of improvement and listening and applying what he's being told, then you got to stand there and go, Joe, what? Good on you. You're listening. You're trying to learn. We can see the improvement, and great racing so far. They said no. What he needs to do? Oh, that's Joe. That's impatience. That's annoyance, and impatience. Yeah. Yeah, I think he knows he's quicker, and that move slowed him down. Just needs to get his head down now and not worry about it now. Exactly, mate. Exactly. He just needs to put his head down, not worry about it now. He's done so many right things today. Yes, he's had some issues, but he's done so many right things. I think today what we need to look at and what he needs to look at is all the stuff he's done right. Yeah. Yeah, he's done well today, mate. I can't deny that today. Yeah, he's doing his first pit. So who's still got pits to do? Who have we got? We've got Basil's doing one now. Chico's still got one to do. Esposito's still got one to do. Warren still needs to go in. Ferrante still hasn't gone in. Britt hasn't gone in. Stacey hasn't gone in. Gars Holloway. And Aaron Holloway. Britt's in. Britt's in now. Yep, so I'm just going to stick on Britt here. I'm just going to see what he does. Seems like a long pit, this from Britt, so I wonder if he's changing tyres. No, yeah, it's just dropped it now. Right, so maybe tyres. Yeah, so he's fueled up quite a bit though. So that would have been. Was he? How long was he stationary for? Does it say how long he's stationary for? Yeah, so I reckon 60 litres takes about 15 seconds. But it's not enough to go to the end. Yeah. So I reckon he's pitted on the hour mark, so I reckon he's putting about 60 litres, mate, to go for an extra half an hour, and he's repaired some damage. Is what I would say he's done there. So what we got there from Britt, I think what we're seeing from him, he's going to go thirds, if you know what I mean, in terms of his strategy. Yes, it will be. It just depends when he chooses to come in now. Yeah. So yeah, and he's got an hour to go. So it wouldn't surprise me then if his next one is a splash and dash. Yeah, but what we're seeing there though is again these two strategies play out at the moment. Yeah, I'm just seeing Dudley here now. He's only 1.5 seconds behind Holloway. And that's after a pit. Now, if I was Holloway here now, I wouldn't be fighting this. He's not pitted. He doesn't want to be losing time. I always go down to the thing of, don't give it away. Yeah, but don't go losing time. You know, you take your racing line, and if he gets to the point where he's going to get past you or fight you, then lift off. But don't go slowing up or giving that position. Make him work for it, and when he gets to the point where you feel like the move's sort of kind of there, then back out. So he's pitting from third, so this is going to be interesting. Let's see where he comes out in terms of where John is. So you stay, if you're staying on Nave, I'm staying on John. John's down the main straight now. Yeah, so we know John's splashed and dashed. So again, he's stuck in, depending if he's had damage, he's stuck in about 60, 65 litres maybe. So going back to the strategies, John was behind him by about, what, 4 seconds? But I don't, not just that, John would have been heavy fueled, where it doesn't look like Nathan was. Obviously, John's filled up to do the first hour maybe. And then what he's done, he's gone and put a litre in where Nathan looks like he's low fueled. Obviously had the speed from having the lower fuel, that's where the time difference was coming in. But obviously after the first stop, we now see how that's played out, and this is where what makes it interesting. Because what's the time there? Is that 9 seconds gap between them? The bit I find interesting here at the moment, if that's about 8-9 seconds made, yeah, depending on what Chico and Esposito's done, that could see Esposito take lead. If he's doing a similar, if Chico and Esposito are doing a similar thing, so it actually shows how that first and second is still all to play for as well. Yeah, he needs to work his way past it, don't he? Johnny will be a bit impatient, but he's going to want to get past. Oh, no. No. Very lucky not to spin him out that as well. That's a great recovery drive. He's through. That's yeah, Anderson's he's got the bit between his teeth, and he's trying to close down that gap. So I think John might, I don't know how frustrating John will be. I don't know if he's genuinely. Oh, Stacey's just got a drive through. So we don't know what pace John's got in compared to Holloway in front of him. We don't know how much he's been holed up, and we know Holloway hasn't actually changed tyres yet or pitted. But yep, yes. Oh, he's made that very aggressive, but very clean. Oh, he did. Yeah, very good move though. I think that was one of them moves where you were committed, but committed in a good way. Right, it's interesting. Yep, so let's jump on with him and see how long he stops for. It's clearly not been a splash and dash, has it? I wonder if he's going to change tyres. Right. So again, that's about 60 litres worth of fuel he's put in. Well, Joe what's done that, it's John's obviously been holed up here for that battle. That could have been a lot closer if that hadn't been the case. He's doing great. I think I had him for third as well, didn't I? This would be interesting to see if he changes tyres. Yeah. Well, what's the gap, isn't it? 36 seconds. That's what's down. 35. Depends what he does now. This is going to be interesting. I mean, lucky enough, the line's right there in front of him. So as soon as he gets released again, he's gone. Right, he's splash and dash, but something's wrong. Yeah, so he's only stuck in a few litres, mate. But he obviously missed the restart as well by the looks of that. Yeah. Yeah, he got dropped and then didn't get going. So he's lost a few more seconds there. I reckon he's stuck in, what, 10 litres or something. Okay, so he's maybe stuck in, I reckon, about 20 litres, mate. What wouldn't surprise me here with Chico right now, if he's filled up to go to about 40 minutes to go. And then he's going to come in again. And then change tyres and then do a big refuel, basically. Yeah. Well, it is, yeah, because he's got the pace and Aaron hasn't pitted yet. He's been stuck behind the driver, who's on a completely different strategy here. And the issue is he's now got Anderson behind him, who's on the same strategy as him. But what I would say is I don't feel like Aaron's been in a position where Dudley has been on him, if you know what I mean. He's always been that so far back. Yeah, but he's still a car length off though, if you know what I mean. Yep. I think what John needs to do, what Dudley needs to do over this corner now, he just needs to close in and get the run down this straight and force to move now into T1. Yeah. Oh, right, okay. No, he's done the right thing here. He's got stuck. Yep. Which surprised me then way No, Chico got an SG30. So John's in. Speeding in the pits, mate. No, because if he sped coming out the pits, it'd be a drive-through. So Chico's off again. So Chico's now in 7th, and he's got to get his head down. What he needs to do now is just keep calm, keep cool, keep collective. Yep. Yeah, don't go taking out drivers in front of you, because you're quicker. John's just leaving pits now. So he's had to change the tyres by the looks of it. Tell you what, this whole thing's... Oh, Stacey's got this DSQ. Yep. Most probably. Going back, mate, this is why I love the 90-minute races. Strategies are so mixed and so varied that you just don't know what people are doing. And because it's 2 pits, people will mix it up if they get caught. A bit like what John did. John wouldn't have planned to pit them, but he was caught up. Oh, Chico, just... that Aston's so quick in a straight. As in... no. And there's the difference there. He's come out the pits 1.4 behind. Yeah. And John's got free air in front of him now. Yeah, he's not showing he's pitted at all. I don't know what about you. What wouldn't surprise me if he pits within the next 3 minutes. Yeah, if he pits in the next 3 minutes, he's basically going half and half on tyres. Yeah. Yeah. And then basically if he fills up to the end of the race and then just comes back in for a litre of fuel, it doesn't really make too much difference, if you know what I mean. But again, it just depends how people are playing it. Yeah. He will be so frustrated from that mistake. He just needs to put his head down. Do you know what? Chica can still win this race. No, he hasn't, has he? Yeah, but I've... trying to think who's behind him. Yeah, he's going to lose out to Dudley and Ian Anderson. I just fancied Oliver today. He and to be frank, if Chico hadn't made that mistake and Esposito obviously doing what he's doing, he would have. I think third is definitely where he could be. But now mistakes have happened within the race. Personally, I don't think second was on for him. I think that's the reason. Yeah. But I mean, I put him on to be on the podium. I do know he's got speed today. John just... Guys, Holloway's got a drive-through, mate. He's got his second one of the race. He needs to be going in, yeah. Oh, John's pushing, going wide at the T1. I've had to stay on this race here. There's too much to play for between these two now. Yet again, it's just applying the different strengths to the car, and the R8 likes to be rotated and get on power. The McLaren likes to mid-corner speed, so yeah, it's just two different driving styles of the car. You can see how much they're pushing. They're both pushing. You see John here, look, tight line, rotate, power. Untalented motorsports. Okay. And that's a genuine pit stop as well, so that will see him done for the race. Mate, his driving today's been so much better. 100%. Been so much better. There's one in the pit. What's that? Right. It'll be interesting because they're both one behind each other, so it's full position. So I'm very interested to see how they make this play to be. Oh, he's dropped. He's dropped. Has he got his pit wrong? Is he getting lifted again? Yeah. Clearly, looks like they're both changing tyres that time around as well. There you go, and he's off. I wonder what's going on there. He's on him for too long, mate, now. He's not utilising the fact that he can change tyres and should change tyres at this point. Yeah, but it is, mate, it is. Because the time he's going to be losing now is going to be too much. You would think so, wouldn't you? You'd be interested to know, though, that Chico is up to third, with Holloway still not pitted. And he's 33 seconds behind Esposito. I think Chico's still got to do one more. Chico's still got to do a pit as well, though, bear in mind. Well, the race isn't just about outright speed, though, is it? We knew Chico if he holds it. There we are. So there we go. In he comes. Chico's in as well. If I were Aaron now, I'll be doing pit back to back. Yeah, I'll be changing tyres now. Or whichever way. Do you know what I mean? Changing tyres, coming back in, putting a litre of fuel in. But either way, yeah, I'll be doing back to back pits now and getting them out of the way. I think what he's tried doing here, tyres last decently for about 40 minutes. And basically that looks like what he's tried to do. But yeah, I think personally I think he's gone slightly too far, but you can see what he's tried doing there by the looks of that. Yep, and they are fighting. What's interesting to know here is that Dudley's only 58, 59 seconds behind the leader. They're pulling along, mate. Yeah. Yeah, if you overtaking around here can be hard work. I'd rather be track position. But like you're saying, what you're saying there, if I was sitting in behind, I would just sit in behind. It depends how aware they are of the leader and what pace they got, basically. If they should be catching the leader up, which I think they are slowly, I'd be looking at this thinking, hang on a minute, we got a chance to take first and second here, rather than second and third. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sit in here, and we'll see how it plays out. And do you know what? If we don't take first and second after the pits, then we'll start fighting. He's done exactly what we said, didn't we? In, drop, yeah. Yeah, I think he's over. Yeah, he's stuck in about 20 litres, isn't he? Yeah, but he's done what we said, and he's basically waited 40 minutes to go. Tyres will stay fresh now to the end of the race. He's gone round again, done his post pits, and off he goes again. And again, that's someone else playing a completely different strategy to everyone else. Not saying it's wrong. Well, yeah, he was down in the 33s last lap around. I don't know if he's got caught up behind anyone, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he does after the next lap. And that's a very good stop. So he's out. Oh. Just that. It's going to be hard to hug it in here. It's hard to bring this round, but John should still have track position, I would say. Oh, no. Right, well, they survived that, and I think that's great defending on John's behalf. That was some brilliant driving from the pair of them. Do you know what? Door banging like that, where no one's gone flying off, yeah, you got no issue with it. The problem with ACC is just as likely to spit you out. Yeah, yeah, and I don't get it. Where like that there, I have no issue with that. You got a bit of door, you're literally side by side, your door banging, yeah, great, and you know, as you were sort of thing. You know, John's back in front, your door banged as you were, nothing untoward has happened. Now, if you could guarantee that when you're door banging ACC, off you go, but you can't. The issue they got here is they've now lost a few seconds to the leader, which might have harmed. That could be the difference between them taking the lead or not now. It'd be interesting to see that Chico's closing in on Britt. He's now under 11 seconds. And he done a 31.7 last lap around. It would be worth noting that Britt done a 31.9 himself, so Britt's on the move as well, you know. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna lose. He's lost not a great deal of time there. He's lost about a second and a half to that. Yeah, he might be waiting for the half an hour mark. It depends. Like I say, it depends how he's fueled up. Oh no, 100%, mate. I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100%. He needs to get into the pit. Anderson is just dropped behind Dudley. It's more than a second now. Yeah, we just need to bring him back into temperature. I mean, the other race for 7th and 8th is on. 1.5 seconds, 1.6 seconds between them. Both done their pits as well. So that might look interesting. I think Holloway's actually going to start pulling away though. He is on fresh tyres. Very underrated, if you know what I mean. It's just touches of green on it. Well, 13th, G Holloway back in the pits. Well, I think that's his final pit stop though, because he had one to go. Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at it, feeling he's only 4.7 seconds behind Ransley. So, he's got 2 cars between him now. Yeah. But if you jump back on board with Anderson, he's close right back in again. Do you want me to make it out? Oh, this is. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Yeah, he's left it too long. Interesting to see though is that where is. So Chico is coming around the flying left-hand bend. Yeah, so Chico's now taking the final corner, but he's behind 2 cars. Yeah, he's left that too long. This is what we're talking about, John. No, this is a typical John Dudley performance where he's not been the quickest car, but he's nailed the strategy. He pitted when he got stuck behind someone rather than being stubborn and sticking it out. He's not made any mistakes yet, and from all of that, he's grabbed the lead. Do you think of all the cars in front of him? You had Chico, obviously got the SG30. Anderson obviously had the incident, didn't he? And Esposito, I feel like his strategy could have been better today. Let's be honest. Okay, all 3 of them have not run a perfect race. John's strength, he knows how to nail a strategy in a race, and he gets so many decent positions and results from it. It's unbelievable. People could learn a lot from John in terms of how he goes around racing. Yeah. Stay out. Right, it's going to rain. Pit for hards. It's going to rain. Don't know. It was Red Bull one the other day, didn't they? When they got Perez to pit and then the red flag come out. Ooh. Yeah, pit this lap for tyres. We're going to fill you for the next week. Do you know what I will say though? I've been so impressed with John's drive in terms from a defensive aspect. Yeah, them tyres have to come up. But what I was going back to John in terms of, it's easier to follow and to attack. When you've got a faster car behind you, which looks like it is, who's been behind you for a period of time, you can start feeling that pressure. And I feel like John has just maintained that for a long period of time now and done a great job in doing so. But on the flip side now, if I was Oliver Anderson now, I'd be all over him. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would be applying so much pressure. Good move. Great move. Now John needs to hug this apex now. So if John can stick with him through this sector, he's got the last, you know, like down the straight. Yeah. It's unbelievable, isn't it? See, this is where I think John's just fallen a bit too far behind, but this is where he needs to have a look, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say Anderson's made that move and he's made it stick. Now, Nathan down the main straight though, he's having a little half glance. Yeah, he's just poking his nose out though. Well, he'll be getting slipstream now, won't he? He's just looking at Nathan now against Esposito. He's he's getting all over him. Just jump back on board with Dudley. Oh, I think they both had a bit of a bounce there. No. Other way around. No, the oh, he's off. Oh no. No. Yeah. Oh, what a shame. Yeah, and he's dropped out. What a shame. But that means Chico now is 13 seconds behind Nath. And he's got free air between the pair of them. And we know these two are going to be battling. Although Esposito, I feel like he's now got his tyres into temperature, and he's not quite. Well, he's just got over to a second now. So I'm just back on board with the leader now. Wow. Johnny's all over him still. Yeah, Nathan's... Go on. Yeah, I feel like Nathan's chance was why he was getting his tyres up at temperature. I think that opportunity's gone now. This race is not over. I thought once he got in parts and John didn't get the move made, I thought Anderson was going to pull away, but it doesn't look to be that way, does it? Yeah, they are pushing, aren't they? And was he lap her a second? Not quite as. Right, okay. Well, what's there, about 15? Is there 15 laps left? Yeah, it's going to be close, isn't it? See, it looks like John drops away. And he gets to about this distance, doesn't he? And he needs to try and stay that little bit closer, doesn't he, for that last corner if he can. It's amazing. I was about to say it's amazing because it's not a Lambo. I can't get along with it. I find it all right. I mean, yeah, the wet is a bit of a hindrance, but I don't think that's a deal breaker, if you know what I mean. I'm going to give the Audi a bit more time, I think. Yeah. Hey. Got it all to play for now. John's backed off though, he's 1.1 away now. Starting to motor, aren't they, a little bit now? Now, here's the question. If you saw the car catching you up with that quickly, would you back off battling at this point and just try and sit in? Because you got... Exactly. Or do you risk it in terms of, I can still get the win here? It's a tough one, isn't it? Yeah. I think I'd be inclined to sit behind, but with the aspect that I want to be close enough. Yeah, I think I'd be at a point where I want to sit in behind you, but I want to be so close to you that if you make a mistake, I can jump on it. Oh, John's looking down the inside. Oh no, don't make it stick. Oh no. So what, these two are still at it, aren't they? Yeah, he's got his hazard on there, I think. Are you joking? That is so unlucky, Britt, mate. So unlucky. Oh no! Yeah, looked like he was he caught the grass maybe on the outside. You want to be Valencia? We didn't do Valencia things, mate. Yeah, I think we need to be keeping an eye on these leaders right now. With it's still all to play for, and Chico still coming in hot. Yeah. You can see him there in the background. There you go. So you're going back. I think now what you need to be doing is, you see he's reining in now. For me now is, it sounds weird. Don't concentrate on the guy behind you. What you need to be doing now is just getting your head down, go right then, what times can I set consistently? And then let's see if he catches me. Because to be frank, you can't do much more than that now. Yeah, Chico's on for aiming for P4. You can see he's catching up Warren, isn't he? Different strategies, different calls. 100%. What he's relying on now is his outright speed. And I'm not saying outright speed he's on better tyres, I'm talking outright speed because he has been quicker. But you can't be relying on that all the time. Yeah, he should have had this wrapped up with a better strategy, I'd say. Yeah, see, I know Oliver had that incident early on, but because of the 2 pit stops, I think he called his strategy right. And basically what he's been able to do is, yeah, he's been able to work around that issue early on to bring the race back to him. And again, that's what you can do in these longer races. Yeah, Chico's showing you what he's capable of. Do you know what I mean? He's on that track. Look what he's doing. He'll learn from tonight. He'll learn. He'll come back and he'll come back stronger for the next race. Well, obviously we're not seeing them fighting now, are we, as well? So we take that into account as well. I think John's doing the right thing here. He's backed off a little bit, and this is all about just now laying consistent lap times. Keep the car behind you. He could be on for a second position here, which should be a fantastic finish for him. And we've seen how strong John is at defending as well. Yep. Yeah, well, we're saying going back, we know that's John's strong point anyway. But it's nice to see Oliver come in. You know, he's taking it seriously, and what we're seeing is a bit more of his true pace. Like I say, that consistency is shown as well, and it's great to see. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't really come away from this battle. It's the race for the race win. I mean, all three are coming together at the end here, and there's just too much going on up here to then take your eyes away from it. A great experience for him, mate, to come in and do that in your first race. He's not really dropped off, has he, John? He's still thereabouts. He's still that second away. Yeah, because he hasn't. It's not like he's fallen away, has he? I think he's literally just backed off a little bit, found some race pace, and stayed within that sort of slipstream, give or take. What I would say though, if you jump on with Chico, he's 2 seconds behind. Than everyone else. He is. He's making that car work for him, isn't he? Well, Esposito was 1.1 seconds slower last lap. No, sorry. No, I lied. No, last lap he wasn't. Last lap. No, he'd done a 32.3. Sorry, that's my bad. He'd done a 32.1 Chico. So, yeah. What I say though, Warren's still quick. Warren done a 32.8. Yeah, they just don't want to make mistakes now. I mean, you know you're being caught up. But you know making a mistake could be the difference between finishing where you're at and not. But what I would say though, look at the gap now between first, second and third. I wonder if a mistake's been made there, or getting past the back marker, because that was about 5 seconds a minute back. Or, hang on, I'm just going to jump on board with Chico in a minute, because Chico's 1.4 seconds behind. Do you know what? The top 5 positions have still not been decided. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! That's what I'll be shouting at the screen. Get out of the way! Yeah, if you're Oliver Anderson now, you're the lead car. You're the one paving the way for everyone else to come through. You're the one making that backmarker aware that people are on their way. Yeah, are you the one who's going to get caught up compared to everyone else? Oh, that's it. Do you know what? Yeah, and look at him. He's obviously slowed right out then to let all 3 drivers through there. And that is great, great driving by him there. He doesn't want to get involved. Yep, and Chico's now to half a second. That's still going on. Yeah, I'm just jumping back on Chico again now. He's 0.3 behind. No, I don't. Yeah, back on board. Oh, oh, yeah, that was a lunge and a half. He had a look. See, John really should have been sat in behind over there, trying to take a bit of slipstream. Yep, I'm just going to jump on with Chico though, because he's 0.2 behind. He's in the Audi and he's on the straight. I'm going to see if Chico makes that move. Oh, he's going down the inside, Chico. He's going down the inside. Is he going to make it stick? He does. He has done it. He has done it. So Chico is now up to full position. What a recovery drive. But yeah. Out of all 3 of these, I want to be Oliver right now. As in, like, I think he's give or take thereabouts on pace with Dudley, but he hasn't got that Merc all over his rear, who he knows quick. Is he going to say? Is he going to have a look? Or is he going to try and get the run here? Oh! Hang on! Oh! Brilliant, lads. Brilliant. What a great finish to the race. Yeah, good result. Do you know what? That was a brilliant race. Yeah, just strategies, different strategies. People trying out different things, and once again, that was a great race at the end there. Oliver, great race, mate. There, you was patient by the looks of it for a bit, but you got the move done and you managed to maintain the lead. Great result. Gr- Yeah, but great recovery drive from you, though. Do you know what I mean? You had that early accident, and you took the early pit stop, and you worked your way back through, and yeah, ultimately end up winning the race. You was patient in your overtake. You looked like you applied the pressure. I think John defended very well, but when the opportunity came, you made a good job of it. Yeah, no, great drive, great drive. It's your first race like this can sometimes be a bit nervous. So no, fantastic going. You can see where you're pushing a bit at times, but yeah, you can see where there's obviously room to improve. But yeah, no, fantastic first drive. You know, I think you. I think you got um, the strategy right in terms of what you was trying to achieve in terms of the double pit stopping, but I think you did it too late. Yeah, you could just see. I think if you went in 5, maybe 10 minutes earlier, I genuinely believe you would have known. I do quite a lot of 90-minute races like in this format, and I think you went in that little bit too late. That 10-minute gap, I think would have made a world of difference to you. It, he done really well today. Still, your little brother. Yeah. It's great going. Great going. It was first league race, first endurance event. Then the racing line got taken off. New track, new drivers because you're driving a new set of people. That yeah, there's he done really well today. There's a lot to be proud of, and I think for you lot who obviously driving on a Wednesday now, doing the 90 minutes and 2 pit stops, it brings a different aspect to strategy, which is can be a major player within the race. So I think it was a great race. I think there was some great battles, and I think everyone should be pretty proud of themselves today. And they all say Mooney, and he wasn't even racing. Yeah, that's it, mate. Door to door, mate. Door to door. That's all I'm saying. Hey, I let you know, yeah, Monday, yeah, I came out that race with no warnings, so no drive through, no warnings, yeah, and no damage taken for the whole entire race. No, not just Lamborghinis, mate. I mean, when I come to lap you, mate, it's my like my whole dream is just to take you out. Yeah, that's because I got murdered twice. in fact, in fact, in fact, one wasn't just a murder, mate. One was like even ACC, like yeah, even ACC thought he'd called the police. That's an that's a shame. I would actually give him a driver of the day. Yep, yeah. We look. I mean, driver of the day is not always about winning or being the fastest. It's about sometimes about improvement, and just that improvement today is a fast improvement from what we even seen on Monday. We have a night wet race at Imola, mate. Come and say hello. Come and say hello. You can get hold of me through Discord. I'm there. And that's why I went wrong with you, mate. I took yours. Thank you very much. Yes. Brilliant. Right. Okay. Well, thanks everyone, and yeah, we'll catch you all again next week. Bye bye.